Now, there's a lot of ways to take a look at discipline, but let's talk about financial discipline. Financial discipline means I make $1,000. Now, I don't spend $1,000 because what most people do is they have what I call a net zero mindset, where when I make $1,000, I got to spend $1,000. But what wealthy people do is they say, okay, I made $1,000. I don't want to spend all $1,000 because that's my hard-earned money going away. I want this hard-earned money to make me more money. So what wealthy people do is first they say, you know what? I'm going to invest $150 because this $150 is going to go out to make me a little bit more money. Now you can invest this money into stocks, real estate, your own business. There's a lot of places that you can invest. I have a ton of videos on my channel where I talk about how to do that, so I'm not going to go over that in this video. You're going to put $150 to work. Then they say, you know what, I'm going to save $100 for emergencies because, well, sometimes life happens and I want to have a financial cushion. That way I have some cash to fall back on. I don't have to worry about going into debt. Then they say, you know what, I'm going to have $750 here to spend. But because I got $750 to spend does not mean I'm going to go out and finance a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to only live off of the $750. Meaning if I want to go out and buy a $1,000 iPhone and I want to afford it, I'm not going to pay $60 a month. Although I could buy that monthly payment, you can't actually afford the phone. So now if you want to be able to actually afford something, that means now maybe I only go out and I buy a $150 used phone. Because yeah, you can find a used phone for $150. It might not be the newest model. It might not be last year's model. It might be a few years old, but it'll get the job done. And now the question is, how are you willing to do this and how long are you willing to do this? Because if you're willing to stay disciplined, now number one, you're not going to have to worry about making all the payments. Number two, you're going to be buying things that you can afford. And number three, you're going to be working to build your wealth. And if you're willing to stick with this for a little while, now what's a little while? I like to call it a decade of sacrifice. If you're willing to stick with this mindset of constantly living below your means for a decade, because building wealth is a lifestyle, it's not something you do for 6 months. Now, after a decade, you're going to be able to build a sizable amount of wealth. And by wealth, I don't just mean a savings account. I mean an investment account that's working to produce you a new income. And now, what you'll see is because you're making more income, not just because of your job, but because of your investments that you have, now you can start to live a little bit bigger. Not because you're working hard for the money, but because your money is working hard to earn you more money. That's what the discipline allows you to do. It allows you now to live below your means, even though your friends are going off partying in Cancun, even though everybody's telling you you're weird for not going out to eat, even though you're making a good salary. It's because now you want to put in that sacrifice to invest your money first. And if you stick with this while you're working to earn more money, you keep investing more, you keep saving more, well, pretty soon you're going to have a whole new stream of income and you're going to be able to do all the fun stuff without worrying about the price because you're going to have the money coming in without you having to work for it. That's what financial discipline allows you to do. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.